Tunnel Rat is a new play by Neil Cole, who's an Australian playwright. It involves a certain gentleman, a real-life person named Ronnie Giles, who was a tunnel rat in Vietnam. And the tunnel rats were a very elite group of soldiers in Vietnam. The Viet Cong had a very intricate network of tunnels throughout most of Vietnam, approximately 40,000 kilometers of tunnel around the areas of Chi Cha and Cu Chi. And the Viet Cong would use that to hide out in, to ambush soldiers, and it was the tunnel rat's job to actually go into the tunnels, usually head first, armed only with a flashlight and a gun, and it was their job to flush out any Viet Cong or gather intelligence or see what they could find. There were of course, horrible traps. There were booby traps, all kinds of grenades, stake pits, which were, again, pits with wooden stakes in them. There were all kinds of booby traps, obviously set for soldiers and anyone that might infiltrate the tunnels. So it was extremely treacherous, it was extremely dangerous, and again, a very elite core of people that could do this. They had to be certainly very short. The tunnels themselves were very, very small, so the soldiers themselves had to be quite small. So there was only a certain number, a certain kind of soldier that could do it. And it required an incredible amount of bravery. It required an incredible amount of knowledge and skill, and it was such a unique talent, as it were, and it was such it was a very elite core of people. Well, Ronnie ended up in Vietnam. He was 17 years old, and he was running with kind of a rough group of kids, other teenagers, and he was asked to be a lookout for a group of kind of teenage burglars that were burglarizing a house, I believe, and it was his job as lookout to alert them, but of course he was too short to see over the fence to see the police coming. So by the time he was able to alert the others that they were coming, they didn't have a chance to go back and get him. So he was the only one that the police actually caught, and so consequently he was the one that got in trouble for it. And so during his trial for the judge, he was either given the option to spend 2 months in jail or enlist in the army. And being a 17-year-old, he didn't really understand the difference, and it was really him not wanting to carry the stigma of going to jail, so instead he opted to go into the army, and it pretty much changed his life from then on out. They'll certainly take away a lot. I know I certainly have taken away a lot just from the first time I've read it up through our rehearsals. Ostensibly, it seems to be a play about one man and his dealings with post-traumatic stress disorder, but really it's about so many other things. It's about anyone dealing with severe grief and trauma, someone trying to find their place in the world, someone trying to find out where they fit in, what makes them special in this world. It has to do with dealing with the past, it has to do with looking to the future, and while certainly a lot of people who were involved in Vietnam or even involved in the military will bring a lot away from this play, I think anyone would bring a lot from this play, because everyone at some time in their life has suffered a trauma or something very damaging to themselves from a mental point of view. And it's about how people can deal with that, and how even serious trauma, you can deal with it. You might not forget it, but you can deal with it, and you can learn to live with it. You can learn to live your life every day, even with all of the other things that may have happened to you.